Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett and Sparky Van Devender at Parnassus Books. It turns out we were all wearing red today anyway, so we decided to resort to just wearing our Mrs. Claus caps. Okay, here's some things I'm going to tell you about. Brief history of my publishing career. I started out at Houghton Mifflin, and then I went to Harcourt Brace, and then I went to HarperCollins, but Houghton Mifflin bought Harcourt Brace, and then Harper bought Houghton Harcourt. Try to say that after you've had a couple of eggnogs. Now, my entire backlist is together, and we are celebrating that with a tote bag. And these are all the redesigned paperbacks. So if you want a tote bag that pays tribute to my career, we have them. And we're still doing our Book'em Holiday Drive, and it's going really, really well. So I'm going to tell you, you could get a paperback Mercy Watson book, #1 Mercy Watson, for $6.99, or you could buy a whole set of Mercy Watsons for $39.99. And whichever one you do and you donate them to Book'em, we will buy the same books and we will donate them to Book'em. Thank you. This drive is going so well. And again, remember, if you order them online, be sure to put a note in the comments section so we don't ship them to you. All right. Here is a book that just came out that I absolutely adore and have read, and it's called A Left-Handed Woman by Judith Thurman, and they are essays that she wrote for the New Yorker. And if you know anyone who's just super smart and interested in the world, this book is really a treasure. Love this. And I will also say, I know that I talked about Bono's Surrender. I finished it, the whole thing. I loved it. It was terrific. And if you're looking to get my husband a present, you might want to get him this 75th anniversary edition of Mythology, Gods, and Heroes by Edith Hamilton. Here's a fun fact. When I was in high school, I could never remember the difference between Edith Hamilton and Edith Head. Here's Lindsay.
Hello. Today I'm all about pairs of books, but color-wise I'm all about red. Stay tuned, you'll find out why. Do tell. Up first, I have, if I were to donate a book to Book'em, my favorite from my childhood, Where the Wild Things Are. You can donate a copy to Book'em, but also if you're doing some holiday shopping and you wanted to make a nice little gift, I would pair a copy of Where the Wild Things Are for any age with The Wild Things Are Happening, The Art of Maurice Sendak. This is a gorgeous book of the inspiration behind Maurice's art, along with essays about it. Another book that I have out today, we have Art Spiegelman, Breakdowns, Portrait of the Artist as a Young Redacted. I don't know what it says, you decide. If I were to buy this as a gift, I would probably pair it with Mouse Now, which is a series of essays responding to Art Spiegelman's legacy and his artwork, and specifically the collection Mouse. A big book out today, we have the McCartney Legacy. This is volume 1 of I don't know how many, and it compiles, it does match my shirt, he's stealing my thunder. It compiles essays and behind the scenes information about Paul McCartney's work. If you wanted to really, really make a music fan happy this holiday season, here's what I would do. Paul McCartney Legacy 1 with the lyrics of Paul McCartney. Look, they look like Christmas. And just because I can't stop pairing things together, these aren't out today, but other great holiday gifts. I would pair Her Country by Marissa Moss with Margot Price's Maybe We'll Make It. I would pair Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver with a beautiful edition of David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. I would pair Hernan Diaz's Trust with Edith Wharton, Age of Innocence, or really any Edith Wharton. So we have those pairs, we have many more in the store, shop online, and up next we have Elise.
Those are so great. Hi everyone. No events to report today, but my Book'em book, it's Ode to a Nobody, which I love. This is Carolyn Brooks Dubois, who I believe is going to be here for an event, so you just have to check our page and you'll know when. These are also signed editions and not just signed, but there's There's a lot written in here and in these books. So this is my pick for Bookem today, and I hope that you do the same with any of your favorite children's books. Okay, so now I just have to promote some things. You see what's going on here? This is Goodnight Boobala. Now, how could I possibly resist saying Boobala while I've got a menorah on my head? It's a wonderful thing. I love these little bunnies. And yes, it is connected to Goodnight Boobala. You know Goodnight Moon? This is Goodnight Boobala. And so for all of your little Boobalas, we will order these books for you. I think we have a bunch on order. Yes, we do. And we do have these little bunnies. I might have to take one home. And I might put him in the Christmas tote. If not Anne's, which I might put other books in, I might have our wonderful, I might purchase this Christmas tote. Actually, it's a holiday season tote. And perfect. Talk about pairings. And then I don't have Anne's in front of me, but what I wanted to also talk about, because to me, what's really important during the holiday season are short books, because who has time? We're busy cooking and cleaning and entertaining and shopping, but we have to read. So this is Lydia Millett and Dinosaur. This is the author of a children's Bible, and it is about people and animals and extinction, and it's wonderful. And then Washu, this is a memoir. It was chosen as one of the top 10 on the New York Times list for the year. And then who doesn't love Lucy Barton by Elizabeth Strout? I love these books, and you should just read it if you haven't read it. If you are in the Olive Kitteridge or the Lucy Barton camp, personally, I'm in both. I split my love. And then George Saunders, these are short stories, and this is Liberation Day. And I love this. I have read the entire book probably over 6 months, and I will just pick the book up, read different story, and it is your regular, it's just not regular George Saunders, but typical in the way that it's really well written. And then the last thing I want to just say is modern Jewish comfort food. Do I need to say anything else? I think not. So happy holidays, and I'm going to turn it over to Rayanne.
Thanks, Elise. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for continuing to donate to the Bookem Drive. Did you know that Bookem collects books for kids 0 to 18? So today, I want to show you a few YA books that you can either buy for yourself and your young reader, or for Bookem. So this is Whiteout. Maybe you read Blackout, about the blackout in New York City by many famous YA authors writing today. This just out, Whiteout, about a 100-year snowstorm that hits Atlanta. It's a romance. And maybe you like thrillers. This is Friends Like These by Jennifer Lynn Alvarez. We have a few signed copies of this book. This is a thriller about a prank that goes wrong. We have Melinda Lowe's Scatter of Light. This takes place in 2008. It's a queer coming-of-age story. It is about, takes place during the first Supreme Court decisions legalizing gay marriage. R. Eric Thomas's Kings of Bmore. This is a friendship story. It will remind you, if you have seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, it feels like you're in a book with that movie. And Michelle I. Mason's My Second Impression of You. This is a rom-com about a girl who presses a do-over app when she's coming out of an anesthetic haze and goes back over and over to the day she met her ex-boyfriend. If you have a YA writer in your life, the Storyteller's Workbook is out today by Adrienne Young and Isabel Ibanez. Why don't you pick that up? And if you want a stocking stuffer for your YA reader, we have these tiny editions of Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. And we also have The Collectors by Philip Pullman. Thanks for listening, and thanks for shopping at Parnassus.